Yeah, so I'm in Korea for a friend's wedding. I just came 2 days ago. I'm just here for basically a week. I'm going back to LA on Monday, so I'm actually going to be playing week one from Korea for Fortnite. So I don't know how it'll go. It should be okay. Should be
You're
okay.
really trying to live up to the IRL streamer name for this competition, huh?
Yeah, we're trying to, not only take it now in that hemisphere, we're trying to be, in new hemispheres, taking trophies this year. So
Yeah, yeah. And obviously, we talked last year, Jake. We're talking about $250,000 Annihilator Cup, 200K in the line, 50K to charity, and some familiar names from games. You played just about every game in AT&T Cup possible. When it comes for this year's
yeah,
game lineup, what are you most confident about?
honestly, this year, I mean, Street Fighter. I love fighting games. I haven't practiced a lot recently, but I mean, I'm looking forward to practicing a lot of Street Fighter. So I think Street Fighter I'm pretty confident in. And CS is again, I'm not never a pro in, but I feel pretty confident in CS and playing against whoever. I mean, in the past we've done okay versus, I mean, pros or ex pros like Shroud and stuff. So I think we'll be okay this year. But I think Street Fighter's my most confident. However, this year has like some heavy hitters in Street Fighter that are actually good. Like Box I think is actually good. Double Lift, I mean, he beat me in Street Fighter 5. I assume he's going to be pretty good. And there might be a few others that have been playing Street Fighter a little bit more. So Street Fighter might actually be a interesting week. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Like I think this, yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
And
Yeah.
Street Fighter was hotly contested last year, despite, I mean, I think people would argue you had some definite effort put into every title last year, and Street Fighter remained to be
Yeah.
extremely competitive. If I remember correctly, was it you and Lyric that were gunning back and forth?
Yeah. I didn't mean to leave Lyric out. Yeah, Lyric is. I mean, he's just a gamer, and he was like grinding. He was like enjoying it off stream. I remember like seeing him just play, and yeah, I mean, he is hard. Dude. He was hard to beat. Like it was a tough matchup versus his Ryu. I don't know. I think it's gonna be Lyric, Double Lift, Box, or myself. I assume some one of these four is gonna be, unless there's some sleepers I'm forgetting about right now. But I know that they all will play and do well.
I think a lot of people are actually sleeping on the Fortnite pros. We got Mongrel, Mr. Savage this year, and I feel like they can translate that outside of Fortnite, and they have their main title. And it feels like, Jake, everyone's against
Yeah, I'm not. I have no idea what your interviews look like with all these other people, but I'm okay with that. I didn't win last year. I'll take a. We call it the 2.5 time champ because Timmy winning last year. I mean, come on, if he doesn't win, it would be really upset for everyone. Um, yeah, but that's funny you say that. So I've done a little bit of research on the players so far. I don't know a lot of the other players this year because I don't follow a lot of like the younger or Fortnite pros and stuff. I don't play a lot of Fortnite. But after researching, I'm like, these guys are actual like god gamers, and yeah, totally could translate. I have no idea if some of them play off stream or maybe they'll pick up things quick. Um, but I'm actually absolutely terrified. The Fortnite pros, the league pros, like this is unheard of this year. I think the teams are like mostly balanced throughout the tournament, which is nice. I think anyone really stands a chance this year if people try. But I'm actually terrified this year. Fortnite's going to be hide and seek. Like I watched Mr. Savage play. I had no idea who he was. He's like a multiple like world champion Fortnite player. And I watched him play and I was like, okay, he's going to be a pro. He has a lot of money. He's going to take it easy. Like he's chilling. I watched him play like just a ranked game in solos or something. He's just cracked out of his mind doing like headshotting, like one shot headshot flying through the air. It was just shit that me as a almost 34-year-old gamer, I'm like, dude, like I'm okay. But actually this guy does not take it easy. Even on ranked pubs, I was like, most pro players are like chilling on pubs.
Yeah.
He was just, yeah, I'm terrified for Fortnite. I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna find a bush or something. But yeah, it's not Lupo anymore. Like Lupo's good. Like Lupo dominated me last year, but this year, like Lupo's really good. But like I know pros are like at another level.
Yeah,
So
it's so funny. In
we'll see.
previous years, it's still been a stacked lineup. And last year, you could argue with Timmy, it was the most stacked lineup we had had. And then this year,
Yep.
I think Timmy might have been busy competing, and they brought in a couple
Yep.
Fortnite pros to replace him. And these guys have nearly $1 million in earnings each. And
Yep.
you're just traveling the world trying to keep up with everybody. But people still have mentioned you and your strategies. And I want to talk about,
Okay.
correct me if I'm wrong here, you've won in 2021, 2022. Last year was it a three-peat you were going for?
Yeah, we're looking for it, but came up short.
But
But
you
yeah,
called yourself a half champ, Jake. Can you please describe to
yeah.
the people why you're calling yourself the half champ?
Well, it's unofficial. I don't. Once a year, I like to do this AT&T Cup. It's a lot of fun. Like I love gaming, I love competing, and it's like really just a fun time. And I think the 2 year, like the 2 time champ, shout out to the doc. Sorry, Twitch. It was kind of fun, and then the 2.5 time was like like I think it was just I mean it was just my community giving me a break. Like they're like, Jake, you did your best. Like we don't see you winning this. You're versus Timmy in 3 FPS games. You're probably gonna lose. But I think second for me, I was like really happy with. Like I was just like feeling good about that. So it's just a meme in my community. They just say the 2.5 time champ and maybe the 3 time champ. Who knows?
Okay, I'm glad I clarified that because ever since you
Yeah.
tweeted, I was curious the exact meaning behind it. People still do mention
Yeah.
Dio. Everyone I talk to is always like, "Hey, I hear Jake has some mad strategies. He definitely puts the effort in, which is like the essence of this competition." So don't give me
Yeah.
too many hints, but what do you have in store for preparing for these 4 titles this year? Are there any sleeper tactics? And I say that because last year you were being live coached through some of these events, which is
Yeah.
crazy. So can we expect the same this year?
We'll see. I think league will be my biggest like training arc next week. But we'll have some like I'm definitely going to get some at least just up to date pointers and guidance from hopefully some friends that are pros in different games. Um, I think this year is also going to be a little more difficult. Like I'm in Korea for Fortnite, and I don't have really much experience in Fortnite or League, for example. So it's going to be a tough hill to climb this year. But yeah, we'll bring out some big guns probably. You'll see on my stream a little bit of training arcs going on. Really for Street Fighter is really good at that. Like it's a really easy game to do that because you can just like dissect things easier, I think. Yeah, something similar. But I'm not gonna lie, Fortnite, I'm absolutely like last year. Fortnite was cool. I was like, okay, Timmy's good, Lupo's good. Like I could 1v1. Like I could take him 1 out of 10 times. But this year, like it's not just This year, I'm actually terrified this week for Fortnite. That's just all it is, dude. I don't got many strats. Like I don't think training's gonna help that much. Like it's not. It's gonna come down to who can hide the best from the pros. That's what I really think this year or this week, except for maybe Lupo, who could maybe kill some of them. But
I still love
yeah.
this competition though because if you
Yeah.
give it the right amount of effort, like you do, because you're an IRL streamer, but like you put forth
Sure.
an extra amount of effort, but it's like the amount of effort. I mean, there's a lot of money on the line, right? And there's also a lot of pride on the line. And I like the
Yeah.
fact that this year has competitors. I would align with you. Box, like you said earlier, he is a very tactical
Oh, yeah.
guy. Like he is not a huge FPS guy, and so he'll play his strengths. Like he'll try and go up and see what are the rules of the game, whether it's a hide and go seek type deal, but he will literally dissect the rules and play to his strengths. So I kind of like that about the competition,
Yeah, no, this year I definitely has the most, I think, even more well-rounded just gamers, like people that are going to be good at everything. I know Box is one of those guys. He's like, he will take it and just be super competitive and learn everything and he is pretty good at FP. I think his Valorant rank is like, he might be diamond or higher. I forgot, but I think he played Valorant a lot. Yeah, this year I'm actually looking forward to. Like I've already come to terms this year that I think this is gonna be a really fun year with a lot of gamers who are going to try. And I think the tournament layout, like looking at the teams, they already made the teams now. I don't know if you saw them, but like I'm hyper competitive every year. I kind of dissect the teams. I'm like, oh, come on, like anyone could see this is more fair. And sometimes they adjust teams, but the team they just released today for this year, like honestly, looking at them, like I don't know if they get any more balance. Like it seems like for the team weeks like League and CS, honestly, any team can win. If a team practices or they play together or at least strategize together, I think anyone stands a chance. And that makes it really fun for me because it's not like, okay, well, this week's a lost cause and, only next week we have a chance. So I'm looking forward to that a lot this year.
For sure. And I know you had a handful of people that you were maybe eyeing as potential like top tier competitors. Is there one individual that you have eyed out as like, hey, I gotta be weary of this person?
Man, I really think, Lyric is always going to be tough. He's a great, well-rounded gamer. Summit, if he tries, he's definitely could be hard to beat. But honestly, my eyes are really on Double Lift. He is one title is his title. He's good at Street Fighter, and I think his CS rank was pretty high if I remember correctly. Like, he was like Eagle or like he knows how to play. He's good at CS. Like he knows how to play. So I think Double Lift for me, it's Double Lift and Box in my head. I think are gonna be tough to beat. And maybe throw Lyric in there. And again, might be some upsets like Fortnite pros who just happen to play these games or just can pick them up quick. I have no idea. They got the young Zoomer blood, dude. They're probably driving Lamborghinis and all flashed out with their Fortnite money, dude. And I'm just like, no, I'll keep my eyes open, but I think Double Lift is going to be a huge competitor this year if he really applies himself.
When it comes to your streaming career, every time I talk to you, you're in a different city around the world. You are one of the most traveled streamers that I've ever spoken to, and arguably on the platform of Twitch. What is one of the craziest things that streaming has allowed you to do in your career? And I know you got a lot of stories, but if you could sum it up in
Craziest thing that streaming's got me or been able to let me do in 7 years. What do you think? Let me consult with any friends that nearby. So obviously we've traveled a lot. I think maybe over 20 countries now. Which I mean, there's a lot of IRL streamers out there that are still killing it and still doing a lot. I mean, I've been doing this for 7 years now, and I'm a little bit older, so I slowed down a little bit. I'm trying to find my own personal balance and stuff. And with all the travels and exploration and learning about the world, it's awesome, and sharing these experiences with Twitch, I really love, and I think that's what makes it like so purposeful for me. But it sounds really crazy. I know this is like a gaming tournament, but during COVID, when we had to come home to LA and basically 180 on all of our content and basically be a computer streamer for 2 years, um, being able to game and somehow my IRL streams allowed me to connect with these pro players in all sorts of games that I loved was a really unique experience because I was now playing with these players because maybe they watched my IRL streams when I was in Japan years ago. So they kind of knew who I was. So if I'd come in their Twitch chat room and be like, hey, or like Seagull, for example, or like even Timmy when he was like just growing, or Hockeys from Alliance on Apex, or like just some random like Get Right from CS, right? These are like guys who now have become like friends of mine because they maybe watched my streams and I was just like a nobody streaming in Japan, and then now we are like gamer friends and streamer friends. So it sounds really weird, and this is a gaming tournament, but AT&T, this tournament actually helped that because it's helped like bridge more gaps with me with gamers that I've looked up to for years, as like a fan or viewer. Gaming with Lyric or Summit is like, if you'd have told me that 10 years ago when I watched Twitch, like I'm going to be in a tournament with Summit playing CS, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's just crazy. So I think the connections I've made, it's not IRL technically, but the IRL streams have led me to these connections and friendships with those streamers who are gamers I've looked up to, and now be able to, call my peers or friends over years. And yeah, for me, that's a really fun thing that happened a lot during COVID, and really special to me because at heart, after all the IRL stuff, I'm like a big gamer. Like I come home, I still raid World of Warcraft, dude, every week. I'm a like with Shroud. If people don't know this, Shroud is weekly raiding. Wow, dude, Shroud is he's a legend, dude. Anyways, sorry, I talk too much. I'm people talking right now.
No, you're good. You're closing words because I asked you this last year. All right, we got Fortnite pros,
Yep.
we got X League pros, we got CS pros, TFT guys. We have a loaded lineup. Jake, you're going for another AT&T championship. You got any closing words for the fans and the competitors out there?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a great tournament. This year is going to be really tough. A lot of good competitors. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for everyone every week. I think the variety of games is going to be really good. And this is the 4th year of this. I think it'll be a lot of fun for the fans, hopefully for the players. And, we'll see. Maybe we'll be a 3.5-time champ as long as we can make sure we get our revenge and stomp on Double Lift in Street Fighter 6. I'll never forget that Akuma in Street Fighter 5 a couple years ago. I still have nightmares about that thing. That was scary.